You know, I wound up in a situation, thank God I didn't overdose, but, you know, I did something and it was way too powerful, and, you know, I'm getting chased around, so I was so high, I could barely stand on my own 2 feet. You know, I was looking for somewhere to sit, and I wound up passing out, and I woke up and everything was taken off of me. Like, in my pockets, my purse, everything, like, you know, and that's really scary, because anybody could have done something to me and I wouldn't even have known. And nobody would have even have known, and no one, you know what I mean, would have been there to help me. I was born and raised in Kensington. I'm a heroin addict.
Now let's do a little throwback. Tell us about your childhood. What was it like for you growing up?
I mean, I had a pretty good childhood. I mean, both of my parents worked a lot, so I was alone a lot. But my childhood was okay. I mean, Kensington was a nice area then. I'm 38, so I mean, it's not anything like what it is now. But my parents separated when I was 14, and I mean, my mom, she struggled with alcoholism, and my dad, you know, he worked all the time, so, you know, that's the only reason we didn't see him, but.
Okay. Are your parents still alive?
My dad's not. My mom is.
May his soul rest in peace. How many children? Do you have any children?
Yeah, I have 2 children. My oldest daughter, Cadence, is 16, and then I have a 3-year-old, Julie, and my son passed away 4 years ago. He was almost 3.
I'm so sorry, love. What do you miss most about being a mother?
Being a mother.
Take your time, love. Let it out. Cry, let it out. You're not a tree, so let it out. It's all right.
Just being with my kids.
Okay. Say it right. Being with your kids, and you absolutely have all right to feel like how you feel. No parent want to leave their kids for drugs, but it happens. Things happen.
You know, but when you love someone more than you love yourself, you know, you're going to do what's right for them, and it doesn't always feel good. And I knew that, you know, the best place for them to be was not with me.
Right.
You know, I'm lucky enough that my kids, you know, are with their family. I'm very, very fortunate, you know. They don't want for anything. They're well taken care of, but, you know, they need their mom.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about school. How far you went in school?
I graduated high school. I did a little bit of college, like vocational, but I didn't finish.
All right. Now let's fast forward presently. Let's talk about how you got involved with drugs.
I mean, no one forced my hand. When my parents separated, my mom was going through like her own thing, and she was going through an addiction of her own, and my house kind of became like the party house. So, you know, I was experimenting like party drugs, recreational drugs. I didn't start doing heroin until I was 19. My ex, my oldest daughter's dad, he was really young when he started using heroin. He didn't force me, he didn't, you know, that was probably one of the good things that he did. He wouldn't let me do it. I just wanted to see what was so great and what was so special, you know, that he always chose it over me, because I've been on the other side of, you know, of heroin addiction, and, you know, I tried it just to prove a point that, you know, I could do something and, you know, leave it alone, and that was a point I didn't ever get to make, you know.
Do you regret that decision?
Yeah.
If you can go back in time, what would you do different?
I wouldn't have done it. I mean, or maybe I would, you know. If I could take everything with me that I know now, then, you know, maybe things would be different. But yeah, if I had a choice to do it over, I wouldn't do it again. It's just, everything is just, things have changed a lot, and not for the better, you know.
What you're doing is,
if you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem.
Speak it, and now you're part of the solution by sharing your experience.
Back in like 2017, so before 2017, along Lehigh is the train bridge. If you go on the other side of Kensington, it goes below street level. So for years, that was like the original tent city, but you couldn't see anything. So they cut all those trees down, and everybody had to come up, and they had nowhere to go. And that's when, you know, all these charities and churches, you know, they seen people living on the streets. So they're coming out, and, you know, and they're giving people tents, and they're bringing them clothes and food, and, you know, their hearts were in the right places, you know, but it just made it easier for addicts to survive in Kensington, you know, and then people are saying, wow, you know, I can go and just be right there and live there and have everything that I need. And, you know, from then to now, everything just spiraled completely out of control. And, you know, the homelessness situation is so severe. And yeah, that's, you know, pretty much where we're at right now. Yeah, I was out here the first day. I've been out here every day since then.
Are you homeless?
I'm not. I've actually, you know, thank God, I've had my housing for almost 4 years. So grateful, yeah.
That's amazing.
Through Pathways to Housing.
How long did it take you to get that housing?
Like no time at all, honestly. Yeah.
Nice. Some people are
they
on
have,
that list.
yeah, they've been there for everything. They've been by my side through everything.
So with that housing, do you pay rent or you don't pay rent? How does that work?
No, I don't pay rent or utilities.
How long does that last for? Is that forever?
As long as I needed to, yeah.
That's
you know,
amazing,
anything
right?
that, yeah, it is. You know, they completely furnish my house. If I want to go to treatment, you know, they'll come in the middle of the night. They'll drop everything that they're doing and come and get me.
That's amazing.
For like, I didn't even find out about the cleanup until like 2 days beforehand, and all of the stories that everybody said, oh, you know, they're coming, they're going to put everybody out. So when the cleanup first happened the first day, I'm like, it's like nothing changed, except, you know, they just took a broom to the streets. By the second day, actually, they did do some pretty good things the first day. They said that 36 people went into treatment that first day, but by the second day, you know, it's like they weren't even doing anything. You know, they were just pushing everyone to move. They were locking people up. They weren't offering people treatment. The first day, there was a lot of outreach people out there, you know, and it was only by the second day that you didn't even really see anyone. I mean, they're out there, but maybe like a handful of them, you know.
You talking about the outreach people?
Yeah, the outreach people, yeah.
Right. Now, where you think everybody went? Those people who was, you know, against the cricket store, the cricket store down there, where did everybody go?
Everybody's just scattering. Pretty much, they're just, you know, they'll try and find a new place to go, and then they go, come on, get up, you gotta go. And then they go to the next place, and they go, come on, get up, you gotta go. They're pretty much just chasing them around in circles, you know.
I would say that's very scary, in my opinion.
It is.
When people all by themselves using
it is.
Out of sight, they die like that. Nobody
it is, right.
What's your take on that?
Because there's a lot of people that I haven't seen, and it's very frightening. You know, I wound up in a situation, thank God I didn't overdose, but, you know, I did something and it was way too powerful, and, you know, I'm getting chased around, so I was so high, I could barely stand on my own 2 feet, you know, I was looking for somewhere to sit, and I wound up passing out, and I woke up and everything was taken off of me. Like, in my pockets, my purse, everything, like, you know, and that's really scary because anybody could have done something to me and I wouldn't even have known. And nobody would have even have known, and no one, you know what I mean, would have been there to help me. You know, it's really scary.
All right, so we have 2 more questions and it's a wrap. What do you think needs to be done to help solve this crisis? I
mean, the mayor, I think that, like, you know, what she wants to do, you know, it's not bad, it's good, but she's going about it the wrong way. She is.
Should she go about it, you think?
I mean, it's like you're doing this by force, you know? You should have a more, you know, warmer, more loving, genuine approach about it. You know, we didn't choose to be this way, you know. This is something that's bigger than us, and I think that it's totally messed up that, you know, we are not ourselves in addiction. This is not who we truly are, and people, you know, they just totally dismiss that fact. and you know, and they treat us like we're nothing. I mean, I just think that she needs a more genuine, you know, warmer approach. Like, I'm here for you, you know.
Tell me about it. What's your short-term goals now, dear?
Me, I'm getting ready to get back on my methadone clinic. Yeah, I'm ready.
That's great. Okay, can you imagine your life without the drugs, how your life would be? Paint that picture.
Yeah. Oh, I can. I know what I'm capable of. Like, I've had some clean time, you know. I was really depressed for the last couple years, and it took a lot to pull myself out of that, you know, and I'm trying not to beat myself up, you know, because of my addiction. I can't change what I've done, you know. Every day that we wake up, we have another opportunity, another choice, you know, to do better and do things the right way.
Beautiful. Last question to take us home. There are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
You know, we all bleed the same. You know, we're human, just like the rest of you. You know, we've been pushed away and shut out from the world, and nobody can top what we have to say about ourselves. You know, I mean, if you want things to be different, again, like I said, if you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. You know, we're supposed to, you know, build each other up, especially women. Like, you know, we should stick together, you know. Nobody can judge us but God, but, you know, for the people that aren't addicts, I mean, it doesn't discriminate. And it's just one, you know, you're no different. You're just one situation away from being in the same position that any of us are.
Yep. There you have it from the lovely lady. Hope somebody take away something from this video and it resonate with some people. And we'll continue praying for you, dear. Is there anything you're in need of that we can help you with?
No, actually, I'm okay.
Okay. Well,
just help another addict.
I got you, love. So, fam, don't be bitter, be better. Until next time, we out there. Peace out.